It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning.
Kevin is the host,
and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast. Show don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stacks. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Yeah, good morning, happy Friday. Welcome to the KVJ show. How the heck is everybody doing here today? Yeah.
I'm good, but oh boy, look at the bird. He got a tooth pulled out.
Yeah,
my back wisdom tooth.
Oh, wow.
So that was the one causing all the trouble?
The back. I have all my wisdom teeth. They grew in like regular teeth, and the back one got cracked, and they had to take. That was causing all of that problem, and it was the worst pain I've ever been in.
Yeah, you were saying that yesterday, and you've had kidney issues and all that kind of stuff that you dealt with.
Well, I mean, I donated a kidney. I didn't have kidney issues. I don't want people to think that.
Oh, that's kind of an issue.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I got one less. It's an issue.
Yeah, I hear you.
Sorry, I'm over here kind of listening. They put in new microphone stuff. And
Yeah,
so
they did. And it sounds weird.
Everything's all over the place. So,
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
I'm over here trying to. Every day is kind of a little technical curveball. So.
Well, it's muting. It's muting the beginning of everything we say.
Oh, yeah, I can hear that.
Yeah, sorry, so.
That doesn't even sound like you.
Gosh. Kev?
So I was over here. Just
Are we
trying to-
sure we want to do this today? We got Toothy over here.
I know.
Look, I'm actually coming in here with a positive attitude. The dentist said all my teeth look great. We're good on that. So the issue is over.
Okay.
Which is awesome. And I'm on meds. I'm on goofballs today. I am high.
Goofballs, okay.
Here's the thing about these painkillers. They never get rid of my pain, and they only make me high. And they make me nauseous. And I don't know why I ever take them, because they never work for me.
Why didn't you tell me you were nauseous? I've got this pill that you can take that, bam, you'll have zero nausea.
Oh, my gosh.
It's prescription, and it's awesome.
That would have been helpful, because that's the only thing right now is I am nauseous.
Oh, my
big time.
gosh. You should have told me that.
It's great for my diet. I didn't eat a thing yesterday. I couldn't open my mouth.
Oh, yeah, right. That is good.
I'm
Slimming down.
Go ahead and slim it.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. Denny's can push all the pastries he wants on you. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. It is Friday, and I got to tell you, honestly, a little bit of positivity goes a long way. Every single morning when we come in here, you guys, I don't know if you see this, but we have this great listener. Her name is Sandy. And
Sandy.
Every morning when I come in here, because I check the text messages that we have, and, we're only on here checking them from 6 to 10, then I'm not sure that the station's text messages go check the rest of the day. But every morning when I come in here, there are a whole bunch of messages from Sandy, who listens to the radio station all the time, and she just always has the most positive things to say.
Oh, that's sweet.
It's the first thing that I see.
Sandy, we need you.
We do.
And she was, just like today, I pop in here, and Sandy's text from last night says, I listen and enjoy the KVJ show every morning. I never have enough space to talk about it all. Virginia, have a safe trip to the Keys. You deserve it. The fresh salt water air will do good for you and your family. Enjoy yourself. God will watch over you and your family.
Aww.
Take safe, bring you back safe. Thank you, Sandy. But every morning, it's just
so sweet.
There's just a sweet message. And so I got to tell you, honestly, if you are the air in somebody's wings or in their sails every single day, it really does mean a lot. So it's nice to have Sandy's text every day. So thank you to Sandy.
Sandy, we need you.
Yes, everybody needs a Sandy in their life. They
do.
really do.
Sandy, if you want to come in and just hug, I mean,
Yeah.
I'll put on gloves and a mask, and I'll hug you.
There's something to be said about somebody who is a positive person. That's why I love Dennys so much. Dennys is very rarely negative. And if he's negative, it's because he's running low on weed.
It's nice.
He is. You need people like that around you, man, in this world of madness.
Yeah, so ask yourself, are you a Sandy to other people?
Yeah.
Are you bringing light to their day? Are you making it better for them? And if you're not, then maybe think about what you're doing. So thank you, Sandy.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, coming up in just a second in your Dirt of the Day, Beyonce's reps are denying a big deal with Disney, saying that she does not have it coming up, but I don't know. I'll tell you what's going on, and then we'll stick around. I guess time will tell whether Beyonce and Disney have this massive deal or not. Before we get into that, speaking of massive deals, Roger Goodell and the NFL have just pledged to donate $250 million to fight social injustice. The NFL is now saying that, oh, wait a minute, we want to work with Colin Kaepernick, and over the next 10 years, we want to give that money to charities and organizations that are designed to combat racism and support the battle against injustices. So the NFL is saying that the league owners approved this allocation of the league funds, $250 million. I was sad when I saw this. Kelly Clarkson and her man are splitting up. She and her husband, after 7 years together.
Now, do you want to report it, or we have a clip from the big time entertainment news to report it? Do you want to?
Virginia is the big time entertainment news report.
We don't need them. We don't need their stinking audio.
No, we can hear it. What I think is fascinating is how is this going to happen in like her family and the fallout? Because her mother-in-law is Reba McEntire. And those two had a great relationship. They've sang duets together. Kelly is the mother of Reba's grandchildren.
Right.
Who's Reba? Like, of course, she's going to take the side of her son, but is she mad at Kelly? Is she okay with Kelly? Does she want their divorce? Does she not? I want to hear from Reba.
You know what I think it is? I think the success of her talk show is a lot. There's a lot to do. You're not only Kelly Clarkson, now you're Kelly Clarkson with a talk show.
Well, they're blaming their work schedules because he's a music guy. He's a record label guy. And, his mama is Reba. And then Kelly's got all her stuff going on. And they say Kelly also wanted more kids. He didn't. So.
Yeah, they got a brood. And the thing I'm wondering, too, because remember we talked to her. We were even, talking to her about her husband. And this was, maybe a month and a half ago, tops, that we talked to Kelly Clarkson?
Yes. I want to go back and listen to that interview, and I'm sad that I didn't delve more into her relationship with Reba, which is where I wanted it to go.
Well, the thing about it was they've been quarantined together. So you talk about the work schedules. They have done nothing but spend pretty much every day together at their ranch in, Montana for the last 3 months. So,
with nobody else.
Yeah, I found to be very interesting. I'm wondering if they're relationship is a victim of the coronavirus.
Maybe it's not that they were both working too much and not committed to their relationship. Maybe they actually spent a lot of time together in Montana.
Of what they're saying, yeah.
And realized, I don't like you that much. And I'm Kelly Clarkson. I don't have to put up with this.
Well, and she had been talking, I brought up her husband because in the interviews I'd seen, she was bringing him up a lot and talking a lot about him, like everything was great. And she's, in many interviews, talked about how rambunctious their sex life is and all these kind of things, about how attracted she is to him. So I was really surprised to see all that. I did not see that one coming.
Me too.
Some of them you do see coming.
You're right.
That one I didn't.
I did not either. And finally here, reports of Beyonce being in talks to sign a $100 million deal with Disney for 3 new projects were apparently circulating everywhere. But Beyonce's reps say the rumors are not true. She does not have a $100 million deal with Disney. We had heard that Meghan Markle does, but Beyonce, so far, her reps are denying that $100 million Disney deal. And that's what's going on in your dirt of the day.
Look at you listening to the KVJ show on 97.9 WRMF. Lucky.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
So I was going through all the levels or all the times of pain that I've experienced and trying to rank them. What is the worst pain? Because I've had back pain. I've had surgery. I've had operations. Though, when you recover from an operation, that can be tough.
When your microphone sounds terrible, that's pretty painful.
What are you talking about? I have no idea what you mean by that.
Are you doing the show from underwater?
Oh, you sound terrible.
It's getting worse.
Yeah, my computer's not working either.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I agree with the witch. Let's go home.
We might have to. I think we're going to have
Why do I sound like I'm underwater?
another technically
how is it
efficient
possible
day.
your voice almost got worse. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I normally sound bad, but this
Yeah.
is ridiculous.
Might have
That's the
to-
Ned's talking. I'm just kidding.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah, we might have to step out for a technical adjustment day, but we'll power through this for right now.
Yeah.
I guess.
So, which pain would you say, in your experience, has been the worst?
Well, I want to get y'all's opinion too, because oh boy, that just hit a wave. So I've had back pain, I've had ball pain. I've had peen pain. I was catching one time in baseball, and a kid fouled off the ball, and the ball went right down on my hot dog, and it was pretty painful when you shot me in the nards with the paintball. That was painful.
Gibby Darlington took one for the team that day.
But if you've ever had eye pain is something awful. Earaches are terrible. But out of all of those, for me personally, the toothache that I had yesterday was nothing compared to anything else I've ever felt. So I wanted to get your guys' opinion. Was giving birth the worst pain you ever had out of anything?
I didn't experience the full brunt of giving birth. So you have to be 10 centimeters dilated to push a watermelon through a fire hose.
Yeah.
I, at 3 centimeters, was screaming for the epidural and threatening the anesthesiologist.
It was a pain you never experienced?
Yes. So there's women that do it naturally. I was only at 3 centimeters. You have to get to 10. At 3, I was ready to strangle somebody.
Oh my, you were only at 3?
And they weren't even supposed to give it to me as early as they did. I might have been like 2.5. And this guy was, I mean, you could tell by the look in his eye, he was like, this woman is insane.
Okay.
From the WRMF Freeman Injury Law
I don't know
Traffic
what's
Center.
going on here. Okay.
I don't know, for some reason I'm distracted. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
it's very hard.
It's kind of tough
I know.
talking about a segment. Not gonna lie, y'all. Especially when you're on goofballs like I am. I'm high and I'm trying to talk here. That scared the hell out of me.
Sorry.
The women that give birth naturally, those are the ones you got to take your hat off to. I did not do that.
And it still was the worst
I had
pain.
an epidural, and it was still awful.
All right, so number 1.
I think probably number 1, but I thank God I can't tell you from personal experience.
Have you ever been full on kicked in your privates, like punted? Because me and Kevin have in our
Yeah.
time, and it's a terrible pain.
It doesn't hurt me the same, I don't think.
Okay, what is yours? Do you have one that sticks out as the worst pain ever?
That I have had, oddly enough, like back pain.
That's fine, yep.
It's amazing how that will cripple you when you've had that. I've locked up before, and so I relate to your back pains.
I would go teeth, back, and then a close second when you shot me in the nards with that paintball. I thought it was over. I thought I was dying. I'm not even kidding you.
It's up there.
If you go back and watch that video, listen to my cries and howl. Those are 110% real.
I don't mean to be laughing.
No, it was the most unbelievable shot ever.
It was from far.
It was from far, and I mean, you nailed it.
Turns out I should have been a sniper.
You actually got both parts. You got the whole thing, really. Left me with a score.
What you got in your mind today, Virginia?
I know this is stupid and I know this is silly, but this is kind of like, first world problems, which is kind of all I want to deal in. There's so much terrible, awful stuff in the world. I want to deal with more lighthearted problems today just because it's all I can handle. So I've had this going on for probably about a year. Mm-hmm. When I walk out of my house around like 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, whenever I get up from my little nap, I go to check the mail, and there's always a puddle of urine on my front porch. And I know exactly who it is. It's my neighbor, not on my street, but across the street on this other street. They let their dog out every day right around the same time, 2:30, 3 o'clock, and they just let the dog run free in the neighborhood. And the dog loves to pee right on my porch where I like to step barefoot to go check the effing mail.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have to go look for my shoes and put on my shoes. I mean, it's my driveway and my grass. If I can't walk barefoot to check the mail, is this even America? This dog is peeing on my porch every day. I know it's him.
Yeah.
And I know they let him loose, and I know they don't have him on a leash, and they're not even out in the yard watching him. He just kind of has run of the place for
He's
about
gotta love that.
2 hours. What should I do or say? If nothing at all, I'll do that.
If you listen to this show, you probably go, man, Kvj just got a lot of animal problems.
We do, yeah.
Kevin got attacked by birds. I got rat. I mean, all kinds of squirrels.
I know pea puddle is not that important in the whole realm of things, but it's just annoying.
We give a lot of publicity to the animals of the world.
What I have got on my mind today, I am going to be doing another one of the South Florida United shows today, 1 o'clock on the KVJ Show Facebook page. I'm excited to get to that. Going to have Derek Mccray in here. He is the one that has Mccray's Barbecue handed down. His dad was a big civil rights activist in the day, and he's going to be telling some of the stories because he grew up here. He's seen what race issues have happened in South Florida, and unfortunately, there are a lot of stories that have gone on. In fact, he's going to tell the story of actually how Palm Beachers took the island from their servants. If you've never heard that story, it is an unbelievable piece of South Florida history that just makes you say, wow, how messed up is that?
His food's legendary.
It is legendary. Absolutely.
Yes, the sweet and hot ribs might be my favorite preparation of a rib ever in my life.
Oh, I'm so hungry.
Sweet and hot, it is the way to go.
It's good.
And he put a drive-through in his new restaurant, just so y'all know.
Really?
There's a drive-through.
Yeah, I think we'll talk a little bit more about civil rights stuff than ribs, but you know,
Sorry. I
that's
get
okay.
it. I get it.
Yeah, we'll probably be right in there with all of it. Also, we got Patrick Franklin. He is the CEO of the Urban League of Palm Beach County, and so we're going to just talk about like some solutions that if you want to get involved, it's not just about hearing, all these troublesome stories, but it gives you a basis and an understanding to kind of go with. And I think that the first step in all of this is, one, you got to be willing to listen, and then two, you got to hear the right stories. And then start to be like, okay, I now come from a place of understanding. When you see the protests and everything that's going on, you just say, gosh, I can't believe that they're this upset over one guy. This is not one guy. This is 400 years of frustration and anguish, and rightfully so when you start hearing all the stories. And those would be some of the ones you're like going, okay, I get it.
And I love hearing the perspective, too, of, okay, what can we do? Tell us what we can do to help.
And that's what we're going to be covering today. So you can go to the KVJ Show Facebook page at 1 o'clock.
Did you end up booking?
Today.
Did you book Reggie D?
Reggie D is going to be a part of it as well.
Nice.
Yeah, from
Aw.
X1023, our sister station.
I would love to hear what Reggie's got to say.
He's got a lot of great stories, a lot of great things too, and he's really plugged into the community as well, and is always doing a lot of great stuff. There's not many better community leaders we have, and anybody that I would want to have on this conversation today more than Reggie D.
He's a leader, and he's also a beautiful human.
Yes, he is.
You stand next to him, and he just emanates grace
positivity,
and love, and
solidly a good soul.
And he should have got more publicity for his walk.
Yeah.
He really should have.
No doubt, he should have. It was
Amen.
amazing way he did
That
walking
should have
coast
been
to coast.
national news.
And he's done it twice.
I know that really should have been national news.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I couldn't argue with you at all on that. And I also wanted to point out today, just to give you some bearing, you may not have ever known about this. And a big part of what we've got to start doing is we've got to start talking about some of the stories that have happened and the suppression of some stories that have happened in American history that people just don't even know about. Is unbelievable to me. Maybe in the last couple of days, you have heard about the race riots that happened in Tulsa. It's getting a little bit of a lift because the president is going to be going there for a rally. And so they've talked a little bit more about what happened in 1921, where 300 African Americans lost their life. It was just a horrific slaughter that had happened. And an interesting movie you might want to check out as well that I got to watch last night. I don't know if you've ever heard the story of Rosewood right here in Florida. It was basically, again, it was a white woman that had lied about being attacked by a black male, and they wound up slaughtering, by some accounts, as many as 150 African Americans right here in a town in Florida, and they burned all their houses down, and no town exists now. It was a thriving, nice little village, and there's just a plaque on the side of the highway now where the town used to stand, and it was a movie that was made in 1997. John Singleton made it, and you got a really good cast. that is involved with it. And so I watched that last night. It told that story. And so some of these kind of things, are great conversations to have. And today also is a day to make note of. It is National Loving Day today. What that means, it marks the day in 1958 that the Supreme Court ruled that Richard and Mildred Loving could legally marry. Before that, it was illegal in Virginia, illegal in several other states for a white and black person to be married.
What year is that?
That is 1958.
That's not that long ago.
Wow.
Yeah, if you want to put it all into perspective,
That's
it
not
was
long ago.
illegal. You could not legally marry somebody of a different skin color than you in 1958.
That's crazy when you say that out loud.
Well, and yeah, I think that's just it. A lot of people just don't fully realize that. I understand. It's no fault to anybody. It's not about passing any blame. It's just about creating awareness that, sometimes if you live in that white cocoon like I had, you just don't know these kind of things. It had never been presented to you. But if it is front and center every single day, that's where the frustrations have come, because you saw it every day. I was never in a place of diversity where I got to see it. Never did see it. Was completely unaware of it. And so that's what the conversation today is about. It's pointing some of those things out where once you really start digging, just even at the surface, you're like, wow, there's some mind-blowing, really messed up stuff, and you start to understand a little bit more the people out there protesting and exactly why. So, again, 1 o'clock today on the KVJ Show Facebook page. If you'd like to join in on the conversation, we'd love to have you.
If you love KVJ on the radio, you'll love them even more on Instagram. Follow at KVJ Show. 97.9 WRMF.
Well, I think everybody has a hot button, something that you can press that you're going to get a reaction to. And I think a lot of times, people know how to push your buttons sometimes. And Jaybird believes that he knows everybody's hot button here on the show. If we had to say, be like, okay, yeah, I know what Kevin's hot buttons are.
Bad mic, is that one?
Honestly, people are saying the only problem is my microphone that I'm dropping out, but people are saying it sounds good. Over the air, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I just asked Dennys. My microphone is a little weird. I think the compressor's a little off, but I think you're sounding good. Sound dynamite.
Yeah.
All right, I'll stop being positive.
Okay.
I just asked Dennys. I said, is anybody saying anything? And Dennys, it doesn't matter.
I'm saying something because it sounds weird.
Okay. I think it sounds weird too.
I'm not going to live in a world where we say this sounds good. No, not me. I ain't the girl. That sounds weird.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to shut up. Hot button.
Button. That's a hot button.
Oh, that's so funny. She runs hot during the hot button segment.
Well, we figured out hers pretty quick.
That's amazing.
It is.
Yes, I feel like I know everyone's hot button.
Okay. So if you had to say, you have to know your own hot buttons.
I do know my own hot buttons.
What would you say are the things that kind of get you the most and fastest?
If somebody doesn't know me and they kind of talk down to me like I'm stupid and dumb, because I get that I sound dumb and stupid on the air, but if someone does that in my real life, if I'm at the store and someone does that, I feel like they're...
How do you know which bagels to pick? You're so stupid.
Well, you've seen
You're
it.
in the grocery.
Virginia's seen it before
I
at
have.
events where I'm very fun-loving, but when I feel like someone's, I don't know, kind of ripping on me, and there's nothing funny about it. It just kind of comes off mean.
Well, I think
it's a hot button.
People hear me ripping on you, but I do it with love, and I do it because we're in here for entertainment, and it's how we show affection for each other, and we all do it to each other. But Jaybird, when he goes out in public, a lot of times...
No, not a lot of times.
I've seen dudes
It's
do
not
it.
a lot of times, but it's just a hot button of mine. I think it's a hot button for anybody.
Yeah. I would say so.
If someone's talking down to you or talking to you, when someone's not talking to you cool.
Yeah, I would say that a lot of people have standard hot buttons. These are the ones that are going to hit at you, whether it deal with, if you're a parent, it's your kids. Those are going to be one of your big hot buttons. And those are standard. So I think a lot of people share that. I think what's interesting is the unique hot buttons that you wouldn't expect, where somebody's like, hey, don't talk bad about their coffee even though it's terrible. And you're like, really? And somebody hands you a terrible cup of coffee, they go, that's awful. They go, and they lose their mind. They throw the whole pot in your face, and it's scalding hot. Those are the unique kind of hot buttons that I think you can press on somebody.
Virginia doesn't like it if she thinks somebody is kind of a little better than, especially if they're in an upper position and they feel like they know more than you do, even though they may not. In the way, remember the one manager that was kind of talking down to you a little bit, kind of dismissing you? I was a hot button.
Which time?
Well,
pretty much until now, a lot of the sales managers done that.
by the way, I am agreeing with you. These microphones don't sound good.
Yeah, it's weird.
At least not in our headphones. They
Yeah.
don't sound good.
We could use some adjustment.
It's just hard for me because I'm hearing you and you sound bad to me, and then it's all I can think about. I want to be in the conversation, but it's messing with my head.
Distracting.
It is, because I can tell my voice is going in. It's like dipping.
Yeah.
The volume is.
It's clipping the beginning of everything everybody says.
That's because I'm so loud. That really is why. I'm the loudest one here.
I'm trying to talk lower, but I don't know if it's helping.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll try to get that fixed. Yeah, it's challenging. Yeah.
I'm sorry the hot button conversation wasn't better. I'm very distracted.
Yeah.
Your heart was in the right place.
Well, I really do know everyone's hot button. Like for Kevin, you're all about the show.
Yeah.
That is your number one thing. And if the things aren't done for the show, that is a hot button for you. You will maybe not say anything at first, but it's an underlying thing, and it's a hot button for you, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Denny's, his hot button is if somebody, a couple hot buttons for Denny's, he doesn't like people being rewarded like a celebrity for no talent. It's a hot button for him. It's annoying. It's a hot button for myself,
Should
too.
be.
Yeah, and also, too, people who try to, that are know-it-alls.
Yeah. I got you.
Suits, I won't even get into what Suits' hot button is.
NASCAR.
It's too hot for radio.
Yeah, welcome to it. It is the Friday KVJ show. Happiness all the way around. Lots of fun, interesting things that are happening on social media. There's a lot of TikTok pranks. It's Trick Talk basically is what it is. Well, one of the new little tricks that they're playing on there is women pranking their boyfriends about this supposed Starbucks drink called Pinkity Drinkity. And it's really just a spoof. It just sounds stupid when you like, hey, can I get a Pinkity Drinkity? And they're recording their boyfriends ordering this bogus drink. And then the Starbucks baristas all confused as to what? And then they post it on Trick Talk and then make fun of their boyfriends.
Anything else?
Yeah, and I'll have a pinkity drinkity for the lady.
What is it?
Pinkity drinkity?
The pink drink?
If that's what it's, yeah. So she set me up. Okay, the pink one.
That is the best. Like that made my-
Okay. Dang it.
Pinkity Drinkity. The what?
That's funny.
Yeah, that is one little joke that is going on, like that one. There's another trend on Trick Talk right now where people are spilling water on their baby to see how it reacts.
That don't sound cool.
That does not sound cool. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm thumbs up on that one.
I did it at Thanksgiving with gravy, and my baby got mad.
But it was on accident, wasn't it? Oh no, you did it on purpose.
You got
That's-
gravied, yeah.
Remember the Thanksgiving prank that we did? You
got
got gravied.
Yeah.
And yeah, I gravied Magnolia, and she
Yeah.
was pissed.
I gravied on Ann, and she was just as pissed.
Yeah. People don't like that one either. Thumbs down on that one.
No, I say we bring it back this Thanksgiving.
Oh, Denny's, look out, you're getting gravied.
I think you already did.
He did.
Yeah.
Okay, Suits, you're getting gravied.
Okay. And something else cool on TikTok. I don't know if you know this. Jason Derulo from Miramar, right here in South Florida. He's had so many big hit songs that played on the radio, and now he is turned into a huge TikTok star.
He makes super creative, fun videos that are well produced and look real good.
I think he's kind of working in coordination with TikTok. He's not just a big influencer, but he's all into the machine of it. And so he just got to the 22 million TikTok follower mark. And to celebrate, he tried to eat 22 burgers.
Hey, thank y'all so much for 22 million. Order 22 burgers right now. I'm gonna eat it within 2 hours. Let's get started. 9 down. I need a little break, man. I'm starting to feel crazy. All right, we back from the break. Got 13 left to go. We can do it. I don't know if I can do this. Oh, nah.
You cannot give up with 3 left.
I built another stomach. I know I only ate 20 burgers. There's 22 million followers. If 2 million of y'all unfollow me, I'll understand.
So we got to 20. So if 2 million, you got to unfollow me, then go for it. So there you go. Jason Derulo on TikTok. All right, got celebrity birthdays here today. Adriana Lima is turning 39 years old. A very big old happy birthday to her. Also got to give a big old shout out to my boy, Cannon. He is turning 12 today.
Woo-hoo!
Did he end up going to Hooters?
Yeah, we did.
Mags came in my room, and I thought something was important. I'm like, what's the matter, Mags? She's like, Cannon is having his birthday at Hooters. I'm like, yeah, I know, Mags.
Yes.
Mags was like, oh, scandalous.
Was this girl working?
Yeah, she was. In fact, we posted up a video. You can see her, and then, you know, in the video, they come out and they do the happy birthday thing where they, you know, sing to you. Yeah, so he was all excited. So they sang the happy birthday Hooter song to him, and yeah,
nice.
This girl's there. You can see him blushing, and oh yeah, he had a great old time.
And she's Miss January in the calendar?
Yes.
It's pretty big.
I guess it is, yeah. And in fact, she gave him a cup. They have a cup that has, she's a model for Hooters.
A D cup or a C cup?
It is a drinking cup.
Oh.
Yes. And she, her photo's on it. So, yeah, he's obviously going to cherish that. So, yeah, he had a great time. So, stepped into 12. So, way to go, Cannon. Today's his actual birthday. So, we're going to be celebrating, open presents, all that kind of good stuff. So, big old birthday weekend. So, happy birthday, bud. Also, happy birthday to my baby boy. In this email, it says, Landon turns 3 on Sunday. Mama loves you so much. Also, got a happy 3rd birthday to our baby girl, Scarlett Brielle. That is from Mama, Daddy, Bryson, Connor, Gigi, Mimi, Grandpa, and Tux the dog. Also, a happy birthday to Callie. Happy 9th from Mommy. Also, a birthday shout out for my 8-year-old daughter, Avery Mason from Jensen Beach. Her mommy and family love her so much. Thanks, Rebecca Mason. Happy 3rd birthday, Emma Bug. I love you always from Mom, Dad, and Paisley. Just a little clip of her there.
Aww.
We got cut off. Also, happy birthday shout out to Gavin, who's turning 11 today, from the MacArthur family and all the pets. Also, happy birthday to my dad, Carlo, who sang a song from The Lion King on your show a few years back and won tickets to Disney for our family, from Connor and the family.
That's fancy.
Yeah. So some cool stuff. And also, happy birthday to Logan. Very sweet, happy 1st birthday from Mommy and Daddy. We love you very much. You can see that photo right there on KVJ TV.
Aww.
Mm-hmm.
Little nugget in their crib. Oh,
Very
cutie.
Cute. Very cute. Got a birthday you want to get on the KVJ show? You just need to let us know. Send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com. We'll give you the hookup for that. Okay, here we go. It is a Friday tradition on the KVJ show. It is time for the No Name Movie Game. Do we have the stats, Dennys? Find out exactly who is in the lead here.
I know Dennys is the champ.
Yeah, he is.
You notice ever since his hair has fallen into place, he's been just crushing it in life.
Oh, yeah, he's doing fantastic. Okay, here's what we got
You look
here.
like Farrah Fawcett with that hair. It's so beautiful and waterfall.
That's a compliment, by the way.
It's a
And that's an old reference.
compliment.
Yeah, you're taking my act. That's my thing. Old references.
Yes, 40-year-old reference. Okay, let's see here. We've got, in wins, Virginia has got 10. Jaybird is at 7. Dennys has 4. Dennys has had a great run. Jaybird has stalled ever since the pandemic. He was only 1 off from Virginia. She's jumped out a bit.
Too much pan pizza during the pandemic. I'm slower. I'm fatter.
Pan got you on the run.
Don't expect much from me today. I'm on goofballs today.
I love all the stuff that Stat Guy Josh throws in here. He said the last overtime was 9 weeks ago. Longest stretch this year without overtime.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's impressive, isn't it? Jaybird has not won since Riggy played in place of him back in week 17.
That bird's clearly rattled.
Okay. And Virginia, this might be a secret to her success. She has passed 138 titles Jaybird only 94 and Dennys with 88, and that is in the order of the wins as well. So is there something to passing over tricky movies to get to lesser, easier ones?
I pass more because I haven't seen them.
That is effective.
You go with clues
Possibly.
of the word sometimes and not the movie. It's a good strategy.
I haven't seen the movie a lot of times.
Well, let's get our contestants lined up here. 877-979-9763. If you'd like to play, you can jump on right now. We'll start off with Virginia and her partner, Matt from Lake Worth. Hello, Matt.
KVJ, what's happening?
Hey, Matt.
Hi. Let's win.
Okay. There you go. Hi. Let's win.
He's focused. I like it.
All right. Well, Matt, Virginia is going to give you the clues to the movie. She can't use any of the characters' names, any of the actors' names, or any of the words from the title of the movie. We're going to put 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins now.
It was one of the reindeers that you have Dasher and Dancer and blank. Oh, I can't say that? Okay,
Rudolph.
pass. You make this outside in your yard after the white stuff has fallen in winter. You get in the yard, you lay down.
Snowman.
You lay down and you make this. You lay in it.
Snow Angel.
Yes. I'm going to have you kiss my ring. I'm in charge of the mafia. The whole family answers to me. What's my name? I'm Italian. I'm overweight. I got a pinky ring.
Goodfellas.
No, the guy. What's his position? Pass.
Mob boss.
Pass. If you are really good with the chicks, you're called a what? Oh, I'm really good with the chicks. They all love
Gigolo.
me. No, pass. Pass on that one. It's a vacation.
Yeah.
That was a turd.
Prancer and Godfather were the two.
Did you get a 1? Snow
I
Angels?
think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
That was a turd.
Champ.
All right. If that holds, we're in trouble.
Yeah, have you beat us 1-0, which has happened before.
Yeah,
by
it
the way.
has. It has.
Okay, Penny's on here from Lake Worth. A lot of Lake Worth players today. You're going to be partnered up with Dennys, the reigning champ, Penny.
Awesome. Good morning.
How's
Good.
it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. All right. Dennys is clearly fired up.
The chemistry's unbelievable.
I'm just
Yes.
off of work. 12-hour shift, man. I'm ready to go.
Ooh, what is your profession, Penny?
I'm a pharmacy tech at a local hospital.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, yes.
All right. Well, she's coming off of a long shift, Dennys.
Oh, yes.
Let's see if your fire can lift her spirits
Don't let
to
her
a
know.
victory. If you get 2 right now, you might win.
All right.
Okay.
Aim for the stars.
60 seconds on the clock here in the No Name Movie Game. Your time begins now.
They are spiteful, and there's more than 7 of them. It's a cowboy movie, relatively recent.
Hateful Eight.
Yep. These are creatures who are awake in the evening, not during the day.
Vampires.
They're animals. Oh, jeez, pass that one, jeez. This is something that's passed on to you from your family, from your parents. It's something that would run in your genes. Pass that one. He is a superhero that wears his breeches over his pants.
Can't say
But
pants.
it's a different word.
I don't-
This is how robots think. They have a term for it. It's an acronym. It's 2 letters.
Ooh, I'm not sure. Pass.
This is a bear who wears a raincoat. I believe it's blue.
Paddington.
Yep. This is there's less than 4 of them, and they're goofy.
Oh, man.
I got the 2 though. I got that too.
Wow, you are in the lead.
I got that too.
Paddington
Dang.
Bear saved you.
Yeah. It's the second time.
Jaybird, I mean, if you ever set up for a win,
I know.
you get 3, you win.
It'd be nice. It's been a rough week.
All right, well, you're partnered up here with Charisse from Riviera Beach. Hello, Charisse.
Hi, KVJ. Good morning.
Charisse, I need it so bad. I don't think I have to tell you that.
No, you never have to tell me. I already know.
Okay, good. Let's do this thing. Let's shut the witch up and let's shut up the champ.
Okay.
I'm already shut up.
All right, 60 seconds on the clock here in the no-name movie game. Jaybird gets 3. He and Charisse are the winners. Your time begins now.
Pass. I am a deer. You have a gun.
Bambi?
No. Think about it.
Deer hunter.
It's the act. Bonnie Blank.
Hunting. The hunting.
Take off the ing.
The hunt.
Yes. Pass. I'm glue. Whatever sticks to me sticks to you. Pass.
A Smurf?
Pass. Pass, Dennys. Down under the sea. Oh, down under the sea. Don't kiss the girl. Don't kiss that girl. How dare
Little
you?
Mermaid.
Yes.
Little Mermaid.
I'm a smooth blank blank. I'm a smooth blank blank. I'm a smooth
Criminal.
blank. Yeah.
you got it.
I'm running down the beach slow motion.
Say again?
I'm running down the beach slow motion.
Chariot of Fire?
Did I win?
You
You
did
won.
it. You won. Yes, in very unimpressive fashion. Very nice. But a win is a win. Charisse, congratulations.
Where's my belt?
Awesome. Thank you.
You are so welcome. I know Jaybird is very excited.
I love you. Thank you.
Yes. Look at that.
Yes.
The champ.
Yes. And it changes a bit, too. You are now only 2 behind Virginia.
Well,
For the
maybe
year.
pain
wins.
pills do you well in this game.
He's never done better. Very nice. Well, some of the joys of being a parent is your kids, especially now with the virtual learning, they're doing a lot more stuff from home, and it is kind of your responsibility to see what's going on. So they asked the question, what is in your kids' search history that freaked you out? Have you ever looked back through it? And if you haven't, then maybe you should. And somebody texted in and said, sometimes things can look completely innocent as well, that there's actually more there. My son was doing a school report on 18th century clothing, and that seems fine. I actually clicked on to see what kind of sites he had gone to, and just searching for that, it took him to a site that had a whole bunch of naked women and adult toys that they were using at the time. And that was the stuff that was part of the search. He said, yeah, you might want to check it out because some weird stuff will come up.
I always tell you about that one. It's changed websites, but it was that Stumble Upon, and you click on it, and every time you click, it jumbles up all these websites, and you put your interest in there. If you're into Bigfoot and all these oddities, it's going to pull articles like that. Well, I hit Stumble one night, and I was stone cold naked, and a camera came on. The camera on my laptop came on, and it started filming me. I'm like, what did I stumble upon? So you don't know what's out there.
That's why they call it Stumble Upon.
Thanks for that sexy story.
Oh, it was not sexy. I definitely was overweight at the time.
So what was in your kid's search history that freaked you out? Some of the responses: mean names to call my sister. Kids Googling that. Hey, you know what? If you need some ammunition, I get it. Trust me, I see my kids. They're, always, roasting each
Constantly.
other.
All right.
And if you need new material, why not Google it?
It's a battle.
Somebody else said, jackass videos on YouTube. My kid's 7. Why?
Because that is right up the alley right there.
That
Those
fits
are
the 7-year-old.
great videos.
Yes, the weird search history from my kid asking what the Illuminati was because he heard about it on Xbox Live.
It's a good question, kid.
Yeah.
Don't go down that rabbit hole too deep. You may
it's
never come out.
Fascinating stuff.
My kid was Googling pimple popping videos.
I just don't get that. And there's so many people that are into it.
Mm-hmm. And also some very interesting ones. My kid was searching in all caps, B-I-G boobies.
How old was the kid, I wonder?
It doesn't say on that one, but this one said kid boobs. Was Googling kid boobs. Not kidding, he's 10. WTF.
He was Googling kid boobs?
Yes.
Get that off the computer.
You don't want that in your search history. Somebody else said my kid was searching for superhero porn.
That does exist, by the way. Oh, he probably found it.
Yeah.
And girls kissing boys naked in the shower. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we got to have a talk, kid. Come on, man. Got some Feel Good Fridays here for you today. A little bit of positivity to kind of pick up the weekend. Somebody said, I want to give a positive shout out to my bosses at Texas Roadhouse in Port St. Lucie. They really care about their employees. Rick and Jay are both very caring and awesome people. You should have put your name on that. You might have gotten a raise.
Yeah, right? Take that credit.
Another text said, my Feel Good Friday is surprising my daughter for her 13th birthday with a trip to Orlando.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. I saw some photos come back from Universal, and yeah, people are on rides with their masks on. So, yeah, if they fly off, I don't know what's going to happen with that. If somebody has gone to Universal since they cracked back open, what's the experience like?
Oh, that's right. They are open.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is the experience like?
Yeah, I'd be curious to hear. So you can let us know, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. You can let us know. Okay, let's see here. Somebody said, it's funny how Kevin doesn't know geographical places until you talk about breweries.
You're like, wait a minute.
He does use that as a really strong point of
Well,
reference.
Jaybird's got like food places. I've got breweries. You're right. I don't know where I am in South Florida until you say brewery. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I know where I am.
Anytime anyone gives me directions, like, is that by the IHOP next to the Panera Bread?
Right. I had Deerfield and Delray mixed up until we talked about breweries. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay. I know where I am now. All right. We got a fun little bonus here for you. We got some jokes.
He got bumped yesterday.
On a Friday.
Yeah. Maybe it's a better feel to have this kind of stuff going on a Friday. So Dennys is in here to crack a couple jokes for you. We are the joke jury. We rate and let him know when they are funny and when they are not.
I'm not going to lie, Peace Train. We could use some laughs.
Oh, yeah, we could.
Today, out of all days.
Oh, yeah, we could. All right, what you got for us, my man?
Joke 1. Where does an alligator get a colonoscopy?
I don't know. Where does an alligator get a colonoscopy?
The proctologist.
Okay. Right.
Animal comedy.
Right.
You know your crowd.
Proctologist.
Second joke. What did Dave Grohl name his plumbing company?
From the Foo Fighters, Dave Grohl name his plumbing company? I don't know. What did he name it?
The Pooh Fighters.
Did you think Denny said Dave Grohl? Is that what you thought he said?
Dave Grohl?
That's why I was like, I don't know if that's part of the joke.
Is it Grohl or Grohl?
Dave Grohl, right? I think I just have a weird dialect on it.
Yeah, that's all right. Hey, jokes still work, my man.
I love you.
Yeah.
Third joke. Why does the media like people who always look surprised?
I don't know. Why do they?
Because they make headlines.
Headlines.
Oh, that's a thinker.
We're still thinking about
I get it.
We're still thinking about how badly it sucked.
I'm with you. Let's see if I can turn it around. Fourth joke. Why does Jesus love chubby people?
I don't know. Why does Jesus love chubby people?
Because he died for their chins.
I'm still taken aback.
That wasn't even the fifth one.
Turns out I like a Jesus joke.
Yeah.
Okay, bring it home, baby.
Wow.
Final one. Why did they arrest the horny looter?
I don't know. Why did they arrest the horny looter?
Because he was jacking everyone's stuff.
All right. There you go. See you. Have fun on a Friday.
Yeah,
that's good stuff. Yeah.
Denny.
Okay. Time for another round of some misconnections. People just looking for love. And they're hoping that if they throw out enough lines, they might catch themselves a fish. Well, this, I think, would probably get a lot of fish. If this is not a catfishing post itself.
A catfishing fisher?
Yeah. It says, I'm a golf woman in heat. A female looking for an adventurous male. Already your odds are going to be pretty good.
This is the year of adventure.
It is.
I know your guy. Sitting just to my left.
Until Corona hit, kind of killed the year of adventure.
This post says, I love playing golf, and I'm recently divorced. My ex-husband never had sex with me, so I am overdue for some loving. One of my all-time fantasies is to be ravished on a golf course. My fantasy goes like this. I'm in the middle of hitting the ball when all of a sudden, the sprinklers come on. My tight shirt gets all soaked. You can see everything.
Nice.
Including my very pronounced nipples. Then you appear and you ravish me like a jaguar attacking its prey. So what do you say? Do you want to sink your golf balls in my golf hole?
Oh, my.
Wow.
I don't think that's how you're supposed to do it, but I get what she's trying to say.
And if your balls get stuck in the rough, don't worry. I like it in the rough, if you know what I mean. Do you have what it takes? Most golfers love Tiger Woods, but I'm more into Morningwood. Want to putt and spank my butt? Well, email me and take it to the hole, big boy.
Okay, now that's how you make golf more exciting.
Yeah, you're right.
Finally, a little
Yes.
action with this golf.
Yes, I think that post might be a little too good to be true.
You don't think that's real? Come
I don't
on,
know.
man.
I'm sure it's getting a lot of response, though.
I will say this: you brought it to life with that voice. I was
Okay.
there. I can picture everything.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. You were right up there,
There was one
ready
wo-
for golf.
You said one word so perfectly. I forget what it was, but you nailed it.
Okay. I'm glad it drew you in.
Was it balls?
No, the way you said it, I was like, oh, it's Kevin.
Yeah, gotcha. Huh?
Someone's in the pocket today.
Okay. This one says, your parents walked in on you spanking me.
Oh, my.
This is a male seeking a female.
Can you make it as sexy as you made the last one?
I don't think I can.
Okay.
No, it's got a different nature to it.
Guy.
Yeah.
You've tapped his sexy.
Yeah,
He doesn't
sorry.
have any more.
We're on a roller coaster ride.
Okay.
Yeah, we're up, down, we're dipping, we're all kinds of stuff. It says, I'll keep this brief. You were staying in the hotel, the Hard Rock Cafe, with your parents for a few nights. You were celebrating your 21st birthday. We met at the bar, we hit it off instantly. We started making out in the parking lot. You invited me up to your hotel room, and things got a little crazy and kinky. And then your parents walked in on us while you were spanking me. Ha! I know your parents were horrified seeing their daughter spank a naked man. Your dad tried killing me that night, but that still hasn't stopped me from obsessing about your sweet pooper.
It's just weird putting sweet and pooper together.
It's poetry.
You said you lived in Wellington, and I now live in Boca Raton. If you happen to see this, please get a hold of me. We have some unfinished business to do. And this time, Daddy ain't gonna be stopping us, am I right? Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's still kind of sexy.
Okay, all right. Well, I believe the Hard Rock is opening back up again. I don't know about the cafe part, but...
I don't know about the cafe either, but yes, all the Seminole casinos are
Yeah.
opening back up today, and they're going to do every other slot machine is empty.
Okay.
I bet. Sorry, I'm still
Yes.
I'm still in misconnections mode.
Yes. Just one more quick one here for you. It says, I'm a bad birthday boy. This one says, hey, lovers. It's my birthday this Saturday, and I'd love to be spanked. A lot of spanking going on here today. I just turned the dirty 30, so I'm going to need 30 special kinds of spanks from you. I love me some PWP.
Pain with pleasure.
How do you know that so quick?
I know, right?
I mean, you can't rattle off your phone number that quick.
You're right. What does he ever recall that fast?
You don't know the initials of our show that fast.
KVG.
Maybe we should rename ourselves PWP. He'll remember that.
So quick.
Wow.
That came out way too quick.
Whoa. I've been a naughty boy for 30 years, and I love to hump. So if you're interested in making a birthday boy feel good, please respond. I already have the birthday cake. Now come eat it off my rump.
Thinking about that one, aren't you?
I am, and I don't know. I'm kind of grossed out.
You know, I'm into chubby Latin men, and no, I don't care if your tushy is hairy. I like when your fur can make me purr. I'm a dirty birthday boy who wants a really big birthday package. LOL. Okay, lover, email me soon because I'm bursting with lust.
I gotta tell you, Kev, I'm not trying to kiss your butt here, but you had an A+ round today.
Oh, A+, huh?
I was there on every single one. I could see
You're
the
still
person.
living on the first one.
I can see it.
He's not trying to kiss your butt, but he would like to put cake on it.
On his rump.
Oh, I could see Jay Bird eating an entire sheet cake off of your ass.
Okay,
Rump
video,
shake that cake.
video at 11.
I would watch that.
I would too.
I would tune in. I would probably Patreon it. I'd pay for that.
That was fun, Kevin.
Coming up in just a bit, I know that the confessionals probably still aren't open yet. Can you go in, Virginia, you're Catholic, and hit a confessional up, or is that still...
I have not even thought about going to a church service.
Well, when you got nothing to confess, Virginia.
You bad Catholic girl.
I just talk right to God.
Okay.
I am a bad Catholic.
When's the last time you went? Because don't they ask, when's your last time in confessional? When's your last time you sat in a confessional?
Father, it's been a while.
How
As soon
long?
as you sit in, you're supposed to say, like,
Yeah.
the little window opens and you're supposed to say, it's been, Father, I have sinned. It's been 5 years.
Really?
since
5
my
years.
last-
5 years? Okay.
I don't know.
Could it be longer? What do you mean you don't know?
Were we
I'm
at
trying to think of when I did it.
Were we at RMF or not? I don't think we were.
I think I did it when I went to visit my mom one time because she was going in and doing it. And so I was just kind of like, all right, if I've got to go to Mass with her and she's going to do it, I might as well do it too. And
Okay.
it's been in the past 5 years.
What do you confess?
You just have to say, I lied about this or I stole this.
Well, no, I'm
or-
talking specific. I know how it works. I'm saying specifically you. What did you say?
And have you ever lied about your confession?
Yeah. How big of a sin is that? Lying about lying.
I'm only in here because my mom's in the next booth over.
Yeah, what if you were 110% honest? Look, I don't even want to be here.
I feel like I haven't done anything wrong.
You're all good, huh? All right. Well, if you have anything to confess, we can do our social distancing and you just anonymously text us something that you would like to admit. We'll get for you in the KVJ Confessional, 877-979-9763. Coming up next.
KVJ in the morning on 97.9 WRMF. Kevin,
Oh, Bird, there is no doubt you got some skin hunger going on, my man.
Virginia,
I totally picked my nose in the car.
Jason.
Bigfoot is real.
Listen to the KVJ show anytime you want on your home speaker. Just use the voice command, play the KVJ show podcast. 97.9 WRMF.
Well, we found out that Virginia might be a little out of practice when it comes to the Catholic confessional.
Just a little.
Father, it's been at least 5 years since my last confession.
And that might be a lie, so I got to add that on to my lies.
Well, we are here to hear your sins. We can't absolve anything, but we love to hear them. You can just even text them to us anonymously, 877-979-WRMF.
And Father Kevin, I mean, you're supposed to tell people how many Hail Marys they have to say, like how many prayers they have to say based on how bad their sin was.
So is this like a flow chart? Do you guys have a code on this? Like if you do this, that's 7 Hail Marys?
I'm sure it varies from priest to priest, but yeah.
I'd like to hear that.
In basic concept, yeah,
so
you're supposed to dole out the Hail Marys and the punishment.
Can you give me my punishment of the things I've done?
Oh, Bird. We don't have time.
I mean, Father,
What's your confession? I think that comes first.
Well, during the quarantine.
Pain with pleasure. I'd like to have you confess to a little bit of that.
I've really been into PWP.
I mean,
Even the priest might be like, what is that? I don't even know what that is.
Father, I have sinned.
Yes,
I've watched adult movies during the quarantine.
you have.
A lot. What's my Hail Mary?
Define a lot, my son.
Well, can I get my Hail
He's
Marys?
watching one now.
Can I get my Hail Marys first, and then I can tell you what it is?
No, I need to find out how many before I can give you the Hail Marys. That's how it works around
A
here.
couple times a week.
Couple of times a week.
Yes, Father.
Do you recall any of the titles?
No, I'm not telling you
Please,
that,
and-
Father. I don't feel good about this.
A lot of P with PWP.
I feel like you're going to judge me, Father.
That's what I'm here for.
We don't have to get into the titles.
Well, you don't have to do any Hail Marys with this. You just send us the text. That's good enough. Some of the ones that amused me. Somebody texted in here and said, I hated my old neighbor so much, I would each morning pour a can of motor oil under his car. He took it to the garage every Monday for 3 weeks until he sold the car.
What a plan that is.
Oh, that is shady.
Oh my God.
Shady.
What a way to mess with somebody. Imagine if that person really was pure evil.
Somebody said I picked up the mail and stuffed it in my pocket in a rush one morning. I then went out drinking that night, got very intoxicated, and wind up pooing on the hood of a Porsche on the way home.
What?
Why?
What did the Porsche do to you?
I guess they were just drunk and belligerent and doing dumb things.
Yeah.
I really kind of forgot about it until my housemate got a call from the cops wanting to know why he'd taken a dump on a car. Apparently, he wiped himself with his roommate's mail, left it in the evidence in the feces, and the cops are like going, I think we know who did it.
It's kind of obvious, at least who wiped.
Oh my gosh.
Unless you had a buddy wiping for you.
And what a move that is. I don't know. That's not my kind of fun drunk night.
No.
Wow. Okay, this is a little bit odd, and I can see why you want to remain anonymous on this. Somebody texted in here. Yeah, I want to confess. When I go to people's houses, I smell their cat's fur when they aren't looking.
Meow. Meow.
I don't know if that's that weird.
You don't think so?
Now, yeah, if they were licking the cat, I'd be like, all right, now we got some issues.
Dennys, would you be alarmed if you looked in there and Jaybird was sniffing your cats?
Well, the only reason why
Not at all.
Sometimes I think people would sniff just to compare them to their own animals.
Yeah?
Yeah. To see what kind of shampoo if they smell or not. It's not always about the carnal activities.
Do you find it weird to be sniffing other people's animals, Virginia?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you break into their house and you're sniffing their hen, yeah, it's probably going to be weird.
It's not as bad as diddling the animal, but I'd say sniffing is maybe a 3.5 out of 5.
That's true. Let's not give the same amount of Hail Marys for sniffing and diddling. Those are definitely on the flow chart. They're different.
I think you guys are making this weirder than what it is.
Dennys, how would you feel if you walked in and Jaybird was diddling your cat?
All right, take it easy. Good Lord.
That escalated quickly.
I just want to know where he's set.
He shouldn't be my friend, and I'm not into cats like that. Can't really defend myself, Kevin.
This confession, I think probably a lot of people, if we were all being honest, might text something like this in. It says, when I was 13, my grandpa died, and I quit spanking it for ages because I thought his ghost would catch me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever once thought of a dead relative in the act of personal pleasure and be like, oh.
You got to get past that and go, if they're here.
You have to mentally power through that, is that right?
If they're watching me, they're the sick ones, not me. So it's on them.
So you put it on the ghost of your relatives.
At that point
it's their fault for watching.
Oh, I'm going to explore.
Grandpa did it when he was here.
Yeah, why is Grandpa watching me? Grandpap, get out of my room.
This one said, I once got ready for a night out at a friend's house. He was 30 and he still lived with his mom, which, okay, that's fine. But when I went to the bathroom, for some reason, I took a peek in the second bedroom and I found that there was no spare bed. I thought about it and said, oh my gosh, he still sleeps in the same bed as his mom. We haven't spoken since.
Not necessarily. He could easily make a bed on the floor in the living room. I used to do that all the time.
He could be a sofa sleeper.
Yeah, you can sniff cats and not be weird, and you can lay on a floor and not be weird.
Okay.
Can I get an amen on that?
Amen, kind of.
Kind of.
I'm more with you on the sleeping thing than the cat sniffing.
You have a cat agenda. You don't like cats.
That's true. I'm allergic to them.
Just too into cats.
It's nothing personal. It's medical, y'all.
Okay. And this one, too, on a similar theme. I was having some quote-unquote alone time when my girlfriend came home.
Ugh.
I tried to play it off like I hadn't been doing anything at all, but she noticed I was noticeably flushed.
He was in the thick of it.
She checked my temperature, and now we are both self-isolating for potential coronavirus for 2 weeks.
Oh, that's funny.
That is funny.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha,
It's the whacked out news. So many people on meth.
Oh, yeah. Remember that whole Mayan doomsday calendar thing?
Yes.
Yeah, if you go back to the year 2012, the world was supposed to end on December 21st because they found a Mayan calendar and they're like, oh, the Mayan calendar, it just predicts all these things and it talks about life, and then all of a sudden it just ends. The Mayans are very plugged into the earth and the moon and the stars and the sun, and like, oh, they have gotten a lot of things right. Maybe they got this right too, and then nothing happened. Obviously, here we are in 2020 and everything's great. But apparently, the Mayan doomsday calendar wasn't configured correctly because the Gregorian calendar that was introduced in 1582 by Pope Gregory the 13th made important changes that was used by the Julian calendar. And basically 11 days got removed from our year. 11 days over 286 adds up. So you put all the math in that with the different calendars we've had, and the Mayan doomsday calendar is back in play.
When is the date supposed to be?
June 21st, my birthday.
This year?
Yep. So you have got just over a week left.
I don't know about that. It looks like they're searching and fudging the numbers to freak people out even more.
Fudge.
But if the world ever were going to end, wouldn't this be the year that it might possibly...
That's why they're doing it,
It does
though.
seem like it's building to something around here.
But that's why they're making this story big.
Yeah.
It's definitely, each day I'm like, oh, it can't get any worse. Oh, it seems worse, y'all.
Well, there we go.
I never say that term. It can't get any worse.
I stopped saying it now.
Yeah.
I mean, now I'm just like, oh, boy.
It's 2020, y'all. I think a lot of us who love dogs would feel the same way as this guy in Wesley Chapel, Florida. He was walking his 6-year-old rescue dog on his farm in Pasco County when a 13-foot gator jumped right out of the pond and tried to grab it and pull it in.
Oh, my.
Yep. Said he just jumped right out of the marsh, didn't even see it. Boom. Tried to drag the dog back into the water, and he said, not so fast. He grabbed the dog's collar, but the gator wouldn't let go.
Oh.
That's when the guy who is a former Army staff sergeant got knee-deep in the water and started pounding on the gator's head until eventually the gator let go.
Good for the guy, man.
Yeah.
I would try to do the same thing. I'd try to get Chewy out of that.
You do not have staff sergeant biceps.
Very hurtful. Just trying to open up a little bit. Gotta zing me.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know, huh?
Poor Chewy.
Oh, Chewy doesn't have
Chewy is a goner.
He doesn't have a shot. And I am too. We probably both meet our demise.
Gator's like, I didn't know I was going to get this much food.
Yeah.
This is great.
Wow. A dog and a human?
It's just like a buffet over here.
I'd try, though. I would try.
The gator got at the dog's leg, but the dog is expected to be okay after an emergency surgery. So,
wow, that is awesome.
Mm-hmm. 2 people at a Goodwill store near Tampa got into a fight when one of them didn't follow the aisle arrows and went the wrong way.
Oh, I've seen it. I've seen people get really lippy about this.
Not everybody sees them, and some people are all nervous and tweaky just because they're in the store to begin with. We cannot be screaming at people because they don't know which direction to walk.
And there's times where there's not that many people around and there's nobody in the aisle. You can go down that aisle.
A 29-year-old, 125-pound woman brawled with a 50-year-old, 220-pound guy.
Oh, my gosh.
She almost doubled her weight, and she got froggy. They both got arrested for battery.
Oh, my gosh.
You don't expect to get punched when you're shopping. You usually don't.
And clearly no goodwill at Goodwill.
Not that day.
There's a guy in England that was high and broke into his grandmother's house at 4:30 a.m. on Tuesday.
That's disgusting.
She caught him eating her food and called the cops, and he was arrested for burglary and for stealing $1.25 worth of hot dogs.
Please.
Grandma don't play.
Leave Grandma alone.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, what are you doing, too? I mean, 4:30 a.m.? I mean, you don't know Grandma's already been awake for 3 hours? Come on, man. Of course she's going to catch you. There's a woman in India that's upset because her husband's will leaves most of his land to his 2 elephants instead of her.
I get why she's pissed.
Yeah.
She put in the work.
But how cool are those elephants to him?
I'm not saying they weren't cool.
And bizarre stuff happening in Russia. A woman there hit and badly injured a 12-year-old kid on a bike with her car.
Oh, boy.
If that's not bad enough, she then sued him because his bike scratched her vehicle. And she won.
Oh, boy.
I mean, what?
Is the kid okay?
I don't know. I mean, probably not. I mean, not only did he get hit by a woman in a car on his bike, but then he got sued and lost.
He's definitely not okay.
And he's in Russia. I mean, there's a lot of things not going well here.
Psychologically, he's not okay.
Yeah, he's not doing well at all, Virginia. He's doing terrible.
Send him my love.
Yeah, send him my love, too.
I don't know what you say.
I'm sorry.
Gosh, that sucks.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Gonna play around with the KVJ match game. How well do you know the KVJ Show? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a sentence here, and there's going to be a blank in it. The KVJ Show member that the sentence applies to has to write down a word that comes to their mind, the first word that comes to their mind.
Okay.
If the person that we have on the line here can say the word that they have written down, then we got a match, and you have won on the KVJ match game. That's how it works. Okay, first one here. We've got Jason from Fort Pierce to try this out. Hello, Jason. Hello, Jason. Oh, wait, that's Jason's online, too.
Jason just don't pay attention, Kevin.
Okay.
That's actually scientifically been proven.
It has.
Hello, Jason.
Hello.
Okay, there we go.
That was my bad.
All right, so I'm going to have a blank here, and you just have to say what comes to mind. Now, you got to wait a second here so that I can write down the answer. My sentence says, the Mexican queen gets a headache every time Kevin gets blank. Okay. The Mexican queen gets a headache every time Kevin gets blank. Okay. All right, showing the word. What do you think, Jason? What is the word do you think I wrote down?
Frisky.
Frisky. That actually is that's a good one. There's several that could have matched.
There's a lot.
Could have gotten frisky, could have gotten horny. Jaybird went with horny. Dennys went with horny. And I thought I almost was going to go with horny. I went with hammered.
Ooh.
I mean, if you're hammered and you're probably horny.
Yeah.
So it's a double bill.
Yeah, it is. Okay. All right. Next one here. We can all play along with this. All right. This one, fill in the blank here. KVJ match game. Virginia fed Panda nothing but prunes until he finally blanked. What do you think that is? Write that down. Virginia is writing it down. Virginia fed Panda nothing but prunes until he finally blanked. Let's see if we can get a match here with what Virginia said. Okay, you written it down, Virginia?
I have.
Okay. We'll ask Jason here again. Jason, what do you think Virginia wrote down?
What was the question again?
Virginia fed Panda nothing but prunes until he finally blanked. What is the word that first popped into her mind for blanked?
Pooped.
Pooped is what you said?
It's good. That's a good guess, my man.
Yeah, that's what I went with.
That's what I went with.
Pooped.
I did not. I went with sharded.
Oh, okay. Denny's went pooped. We had 3 for pooped, and the actual answer was what, Virginia?
I said exploded.
Wow, me and Virginia off on this one.
So he finally exploded.
I would have thought it. Sorry. I would have thought he would have sharded.
You farted.
I thoughted?
Kevin, I'm off today.
That's what you say when you have a stinky thought. I just thoughted. Oh, it smells. Okay, we're going to give Bill a shot here to play along from Port St. Lucie. Hello, Bill.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Okay, so far we don't have a match. Let's try out Jaybird here for the KVJ match game.
It's a hard game, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's what we've got. Jaybird tried to wash his blank in the sink. Jaybird tried to wash his blank in the sink. What is the word that the bird is going to put down?
It's a funny visual.
We're all writing ours here. Okay. Writing that down. Jaybird has written down his, so we have the honesty in the game. All right, Bill, what do you think that word is that Jaybird just wrote down for Jaybird tried to wash his blank in the sink?
I strongly feel like we got this, Jaybird. I'm thinking it's your butt.
Oh, man, we were so close. Same area. They're kind of attached.
I wrote down hair. Denny's, what'd you write?
Feet.
Feet. Virginia went balls.
So, I said nards.
Virginia would have a match.
Yeah, it's a match.
Virginia would have a match.
I don't really do that, but I thought we were going for comedy here.
Oh, that'd be the funny visual. But
I don't think I got the athletic ability to do it.
You do like butt stuff, so butt was a good answer.
So does Panda. He told me.
Okay, we got one more here. Ooh. Denny's. Okay. KVJ match game here. Denny's tried to put out his campfire by blanking on it. Okay. Okay, I'm writing mine down here. Denny's writing down his answer. Denny's tried to put out his campfire by blanking on it. I think there's really only one that works here. Okay. We'll ask Bill first. Bill, what is your answer? What do you think Denny's just wrote down?
It's got to be peeing on it.
I wrote the same thing.
I wrote peeing, yeah.
Peeing.
Peeing.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's the only way to do it.
I wrote putting weed.
Oh, Denny.
I put smoking.
Yeah, I had smoking in
on
parentheses in case putting weed was.
We got it.
Yeah.
We actually got it. We got
Very
it.
nice. Frick and frack matched up. Very nice. All right, well, thanks for playing along there, Bill. Appreciate it. You can find out everything happening in your neighborhood just by checking out the Nextdoor app.
It really was everything late last night. And Magnolia didn't know about Nextdoor. So last night was her first introduction to Nextdoor. And at midnight, she's posting on Nextdoor now. And she's like, I didn't even know this existed.
Yeah, you said there's a little bit of chaos that was going on. Like it started with a helicopter overhead.
Yeah, I'm laying in bed and I'm a super light sleeper. I can hear everything. And I hear what sounds like a low-flying plane. Mm-hmm. And then I hear it go away and come back, and I'm like, that's not a low-flying plane, that's a helicopter.
Yeah, I had that all the time, and I usually know when I walk out of my place in the morning to come to work because it's still dark, and I can hear the helicopter. I'm like, what's going on now?
Yeah. I always feel like they're looking for a murderer on the run.
And I'm always certain he's hiding in the back of my SUV.
With a machete. Yeah, no, I think the same thing. I remember one time at my old house in Palm Beach Gardens, the helicopter about 2 o'clock in the morning flew really low. It put the spotlight in our window, and all of our trees were going crazy, and then it just went away. We have no idea why. They're obviously looking for somebody.
Dang.
Scared the hell out of all of us.
That's horrifying.
It was creepy.
When they shine the light in your house, you're like, what's going on?
I didn't know. I thought I was aliens. I didn't know what was happening.
They're here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I could hear the helicopter, and then I could hear like walking up and down my stairs. I could hear all of this, and I'm like, okay, either Mags is like trying to sneak out or some kind of commotion is about. And then I go out to the little landing and I listen, and I can hear Mags and Panda talking in the kitchen. So I'm like, hey, what's going on?
It's at midnight.
This is right before midnight. I had been fast asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently 2 individuals had broken into the Boy Scout camp.
Okay.
Which is back close to where we live.
Yeah.
And they had taken some stuff from it. They had robbed it. And they went to go make their getaway by running through our neighborhood.
That's a nice little place. I think I've been to that Boy Scout camp.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I gotta.
It's backs up to the Loxahatchee River.
Right.
It's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
But they made the mistake of jumping the fence into our neighborhood and came face to face with my neighbor, Mr. Mauricio, who does jujitsu and has a shotgun at the ready.
Oh, dang.
Mr. Mauricio don't play. The man looks like he could whip somebody somebody's ass half his age.
Sure he could.
He is tough. And he saw the guys, and the guys started running. And so he jumps in his big badass truck with his shotgun and chases them like more into our neighborhood. Now they're running towards like my house.
Wow.
And so Mr. Mauricio starts texting all of the neighbors that he knows. And by this time, Mags is discovering the Nextdoor app.
Okay.
And other people are posting, what's going on? Why are there helicopters above?
Even at this time of night, people are all over it.
Yeah, because it wasn't quite midnight. So you got to think,
Dude, they rage into Cuesta.
I'm in bed, you're in bed, but Mr. Mauricio was still up. And so he was ready for them. And I guess the cops came into the neighborhood with like search dogs and they were trying to find these guys. I couldn't stay up.
So much for a gated community, huh?
Yeah. I mean, these guys jumped the fence.
Wow.
It's a 12-foot fence, too. It's a fence that's like taller than me with bushes. So these cats were nimble.
Yeah, I am just, so I don't know if I'm getting nosy or what it is, but I'm just so fascinated by all these things. And now either through the Nextdoor app or just social media, whatever, there was, like yesterday I saw there was somebody that had been shot driving and their car had flipped over. I think like Palm Beach Lakes in Australia. And I'm like,
my.
okay, what the heck is going on there? So
the Nextdoor app is a great place to go instantaneously to find out what's happening. Last night was proof of it. Everybody got their answers into Cuesta real quick by going to Nextdoor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. The After the Show podcast is going to be coming up here live in just about 10 minutes. You can watch it on Facebook. It's always on demand, too. You can check it out on YouTube. It's also on our podcast app. And you can get all of our podcasts on the free 97.9 WRMF app. Yes, we have a free app. You can download it, get all kinds of great KVJ stuff, audio, video. It is all there for you conveniently, and you can also listen live. Jay Bird, before we get to the After the Show podcast, would you please wrap us up today with a thought?
Kindness. We talk a lot about that. Kindness in words creates confidence. Kindness in thinking creates profoundness. Kindness in giving creates love. Oh, good job, Bird.
Good job, my man.
The best variety from the 2000s, 10s, and today, and you're home for the KVJ Show. 97.9 WRMF.